Welcome to Season 2, Episode number 5 of the Madden Madness Tournament. We are now down to our final 4 games and round number 1. Up next will be Group D. So here's a quick little recap of all the games that we did. There's Group C, over there is Group B, there's Group A, and here is Group D. It will take place in the newly renamed Caesars Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the New Orleans Saints. All right, so our first game in Group D will have the number 5 seed Minnesota Vikings taking on the number 4 seed Green Bay Packers, and this will be the 4th out of our 4 division games in round 1. And here we go. We're about to get underway in Group D. Round 2 is set for the other 3 groups. Now we have to set round 2 for Group D. The Packers won the toss, and they want the football first, so we will see the Packers on offense first. And here we go. And Group D is underway. End of the first half, and Packers are leading 28-3. The Vikings started the game with a field goal, but since then, it has just been all Packers. They got 4 first half touchdowns. So the Vikings will get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see what happens. And we know that this score is not guaranteed because look at the score. Where have we seen that before? Will it happen again? Who knows? Updates, we just reached the 2-minute warning. Packers still lead. They lead 28-13. It was looking like that the curse was real because the Vikings scored on the opening drive in the second half, but they only came up with 1 field goal after that. Green Bay's offense hasn't done much in the second half, but their defense is making sure that no comeback happens, and they're doing a great job at that. The Packers are, however, in the red zone, so we'll see if they can hang on or if the Vikings can somehow still come back. I mean, they're only down by 13. So we'll just see what happens. But if the Packers do score here, then it's pretty much lights out for the Vikings. And the Packers do hang on. They win 35-13. So the Packers will redeem themselves. They missed out last year. This year they will move on to the Sweet 16. And for the Vikings, last year they made it to round 2. This year they are heading home early. Up next, we have the number 6 seed Atlanta Falcons taking on the number 3 seed Miami Dolphins. And our second game in Group D is underway. Thought we were going to have a kickoff return there for a second. End of the first half, Miami leads 28-10. Miami dominated that first quarter, 21 unanswered points, and then a late touchdown in the second quarter. The Falcons are going away, however. They did get a late first half touchdown. And they do get the ball to start the second half, so we'll see if they can get a little closer or if the Dolphins can hang on. Update with 6 minutes to go, and the Dolphins lead 35-13. The Falcons can only come up with a field goal in the second half, but other than that, it has just been the Dolphins show. And they just came with an interception as the Falcons would punch it into the red zone. So 6.5 minutes to go. We'll see if the Dolphins can hang on, but other than that, it's looking like that the Dolphins are going to hang on for a victory, so we'll just see what happens here. The Dolphins do hang on. They win 35-13 over the Falcons, so the Falcons will miss out in round 2 for the second straight year, and the Dolphins will be punching their ticket to the round of 16 for the first time ever in this series. Halfway to Group D is up next. We have the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the number 1 seed in Group D, your NFC West champions, and the runner-ups in Super Bowl 58, the San Francisco 49ers. And our second to last game in round 1 is underway. End of the first half, and we are tied at 14. So far, it's been a tight game. Each team got 2 touchdowns, and each team got a turnover. The 49ers will get the ball to start the second half, so we'll see what happens in the second half. Update with 1.5 minutes to go. And interesting circumstance, the Chargers lead 24-14. The 49ers defense is just doing everything they can, but the offense has just not been able to come up with anything. While the Chargers are looking in the right direction, they got a touchdown and a field goal in the second half, and that's how they are up by 10. And they currently have the ball after the 49ers turn it over on downs. It's 3rd and 5, so we'll see if the Chargers can hang on and win the Battle of California and the Battle of the Bosa brothers, because Nick and Joey is playing each other. So will the Chargers hang on? We're going to find out. Chargers do hang on. They win the Battle of California, the Battle of the Bosa Brothers, and they are punching their ticket to round 2. The Chargers win 24-14 over the 49ers, so the 49ers are eliminated from the tournament already, and the Chargers, they are moving on to round 2 for the second straight year. In our final game in round 1 in Group D and our final game in round 1 overall, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now here's the deal. If the Bengals win, then round 2 will be Chargers versus Dolphins, Bengals versus Packers. But if the Bucks win, then it'll be Chargers versus Bucks and Packers versus Dolphins. And here we go. 15 spots have been taken. In round 2, there was only one spot available. Who is going to take it? Will it be the Bengals or will it be the Bucks? We're going to find out. The Bucks won the toss. They elected the defer, so the Bengals will be getting the football first. And our final game in round number 1 is underway. Out of the first half, Bengals lead 14-3. It was scoreless in the first quarter, but the Bengals did get 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. The Bucks did get a field goal, and they could have had a chance to score before halftime, but they had a costly interception, and that's what got this game to this point. Bucks do get the ball to start the third quarter. They are only down by 11, so we'll see if they can make any moves, or we'll see if the Bengals can hang on or even extend their lead. Update with under 2 minutes to go, the Bengals still lead. They lead 21-13. The Bengals only had 1 touchdown thus far in the second half. The Bucks were able to get a touchdown and a field goal. The Bengals do have the ball. They are facing a 3rd and 3, and they are in Tampa Bay territory. So the Bucks, they got to get a stop here if they want to have any shot. And the Bengals need to score if they want to have any chance of winning this game. So will the Bengals be able to get a score, or will the Bucks get a stop and be able to tie this game up? The Bucks couldn't get the stop they need, so the Bengals hang on and win 21-13 in the thriller. So the Bucks will be missing out on the Sweet 16 as they will be eliminated from the tournament, and the Bengals will be heading to round 2 for the second straight year. And that's going to do it. Congratulations to the 4 teams moving on to round 2, and congratulations to the 16 teams that are moving on to the next round. So round 2 is set in Group D. You'll have Chargers, Dolphins, and Bengals versus Packers. The team with the least points, it was 3 teams, the Bucks, the Falcons, and the Vikings, all with 13. And the team with the most points in this group was also have double-digit teams with the Packers and Dolphins with 35. And the best game in Group D, I'll give it to the Chargers and 49ers, even though you could make an argument with Bengals and Bucks. That was a good game as well. Now for all-around 1, the teams with the least points was the Commanders and the Bears with 3. The team with the most points was the Patriots with 38 in Group B. And the best game overall in round 1 is a 2-way tie between the Titans and Texans and the Colts and Raiders. I couldn't decide on one of those games because they were both great games. So it's a tie for the best game in round 1. And with that, round 1 is over with. Here is a look of round 2. And there you have it. Round 2 is set. You see the matchups. They're about to get crazy, so you don't want to miss out. Round 2 should begin on Thursday, March 28th, but if not, then it will be sometime that weekend. But other than that, that's going to do it. I'm Robert Magic, and I'll see you all in episode number 6 of the Madden Madness Tournament. Have a great rest of your night, and congratulations to the 16 teams that are moving on to the next round.